Hi, I am John Bartels. I have a serious question. It's a question that has been bothering me, and it relates to how God works, especially it relates to the timing when God works. I would appreciate any reasoned responses, thoughtful responses, thought out responses. Thank you. Let's start with a situation and then we'll pose the question. The situation starts here. A girl is going on a car journey. Before she goes, prayers are offered for her safety. Perhaps her family pray for her, her friends do. She starts the journey, and then her car approaches an intersection. It is a traffic intersection controlled by traffic lights. She goes into the intersection, and a car jumps the red light. It doesn't matter which car, but that happens. As a result of the car jumping the red light, there is a terrible traffic accident, crash. As a result of this accident, the girl is seriously injured, almost killed. She is taken to hospital, where she undergoes an operation to try and save her life. She then leaves the operating theatre and is put into intensive care, and the fight is on to save her. At this stage, many prayers are offered for her recovery. Her family prays, her friends pray. There are prayers at church services for her. The fight goes on for about a month, and then eventually the girl recovers. Thereafter, prayers of thanksgiving are given to God by friends, family, church services, and so on. Now, here is the question. In this situation, when did God intervene? What was God's timing? Well, on the way it's been described, the prayers were offered after the accident, after the operation, maybe even during it, when she was in hospital, all here. And it was after the prayers, about a month later, the girl recovered. And the people who prayed would then be giving thanks to God that their prayers had been answered. Hence the prayers of thanksgiving. Now here's the question. If God is omnipotent, omniscient, and all-loving, he certainly could have foreseen, when the girl went out on her journey, he could have foreseen that this accident would happen at the intersection. But he did nothing about it. He only intervened here, when the prayers were made after the girl was in hospital. There was no intervention by God here. There was no intervention here to stop the car jumping the red light or whatever. And the result of that non-intervention, and of course the negligence of the people, but we're talking about the omnipotent God here, the crash happened. It was a crash that could have been stopped by the intervention of an omnipotent God. But it wasn't. God only chose to intervene here. Now here's the question. Why? I really would appreciate any insights, answers, and so on. Possibly some people will say, well, God's ways are mysterious, but please, could we have a different answer to that, something which is thought through? Any human father, seeing that something could happen to their child, would certainly jump in earlier and stop whatever he foresaw happening, would stop it. But in this example here, God did not intervene until after the girl was hurt and suffering terribly. Why didn't God intervene earlier? I really would appreciate some answers. It is a serious question. Thank you very much indeed.